Welcome back to the garage, welcome back to Shedtune and part 4 of the engine build. No idea why I just did that, but I'm in a good mood. Today we're going to fit the gearbox, the end plate, get the clutch sorted out and most of the arse end sorted. Boo! Right, we've got a lot to do, let's go. Right, so as I said, today we've got a lot to do. We're going to build up the arse end. The first thing we're going to do is change the sliding dog on this, and there's a really easy trick to doing to this. Right, hopefully you can see this. So this is the sliding dog, okay, and as you can see the cutout is there and there. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the new one with the cutout over the top like so and push it down. There you go. That's simple. So the old one's off, new one's on. Job done. No messing about. Right, so the first part of the gearbox rebuild we're going to do is putting the lathe shaft in. I've already put it in. Obviously you've seen a new sliding dog going on. We've got it into second gear, and what we're going to have to do is from the other end is either get the hub, or I've got a special spacer to pull it down through the bearing without damaging the bearing. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is the end plate. So it's still got the original bearing in it, so we're going to use our really high quality Sundance grips. It's a bit knackered as well, plenty of movement in it, and we're going to remove this bearing. Then we're going to heat the case, drop the frozen bearing back in, and that'll be good to go. We're also going to just check this area here to see how worn it is, to see if that needs replacing as well. Right, so I'm just going to remove the Circlip. Okay, so that's out. Turn it over in the vise, get it nice and flat, get my drift and my hammer. There you go, that came out easier than I was expecting. Right, put a bit of heat on it. It's quite hot. Let's just hope that bearing drops in nicely. There we go. That's it in. Get the Circlip back in. Right, so we're going to put the gearbox in now, and the first job we're going to do is put the small bearing in here, which I've already covered in oil, so we don't want anything running dry. Then there's a shim that goes in that the Christmas tree will sit on again. I've covered it in oil because I don't want it to run dry. Then the Christmas tree itself. There you go. So that's that easy bit done. Next is the gearbox. So on the gearbox you'll notice there's a ridge on one side and a flat on the other side. On fourth gear, which is this one, it goes flat side down. Then third gear, again flat on one side, ridge on the other side, ridge side down. And it's the same for second and the same for first. There we go, and that's the gearbox in. A little twist. Right, so there's also a shim that needs to go onto here. The big shim that goes under the end plate to go on, and also a bearing which I forgot to take out of the bag, but I'll do that in a minute. Right, so that's the end plate just pushed into position. Obviously you've got to torque it down. Now all of these nuts have got to be torqued in a certain order, and if you come over here to Sticky's book, just here it tells you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the correct order is 1, 4, 6, 352. Okay, I like to do them to 16 newton meters, which I think is about £12 anyway, and I always like to use brand new nuts. So I'm going to torque them up. I'll be back in a minute. So as I said, just to be sure, I've just done this search on Google, convert pound to newton meters, and 12 pound torque is 16.2 newton meters. Right, so we're going to start with number 1, and I like to go around them a bit at a time. Then we'll do number 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do number 6. Then we're going to go back to number 3. Then number 5. Then number 2. And we're going to do it again. Number 4. Number 1 even, sorry. Then number 4. Then number 6. Then number 3. Number 5. I'll feel that one. Come back to that. It looks like the bolt has snapped. I don't know if you can see that, but the nut has literally cracked. Right, back again. We've got a new nut that isn't split. That was that whiz on. And we're just going to go around them again, check them all. Okay. And that's nice and free. Right, so the gearbox is all shimmed up nicely. Turns very well. We've got the front oil thrower on and front sprocket drive. Next to go on is going to be a sprocket, and then we're going to need that on. Now we better put the chain on, make sure that that's all good. You'll notice on the front sprocket drive that the top cap locates in these grooves. So the thing to do once the spring is on is to try and get those grooves to line up and not move. So I'm going to put the bolt in, but I need 2 hands to do it. Okay, so that's torqued over. Don't forget to bend the tab washer over so that this bolt can't come undone. Right, so that's going to be the end of the video for today. We've got loads done today. So the gearbox is in, lay shaft, sliding dog, chain, sprockets, etc. all done. Just waiting for the old clutch kit to turn up today, hopefully, so I can get that finished off. In the next video, I think we'll be doing the timing, fitting the Verotronic to it and getting that all set up. And that's about it, I think. Give us a thumbs up, maybe a subscribe. Again, if you're building engines, maybe comment below. Right, I'll see you at the next one. Cheers, bye.